What in the G is going on? I cannot believe these people are just that whole village of naked people. Dingleberries swinging in the coal. Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and we are back with another reaction to Blue Eye Samurai. We are now on to episode 2, which is called an Unexpected Element. So the last episode was the premiere, and I think it was a really solid episode. We got background on our lead character, Mizu. We found out her backstory. We found out the reason that she's going on this quest, which seems very dangerous and quite reckless, if you ask me as well. And we also were introduced to another character who, I'm sorry, his name slipped his mind, but he's the man who was the ramen maker, the soba maker who wants to be her apprentice. And basically he's discovered at the end of the episode that she is in fact a girl because everyone is assuming that Mizu is a man. And I mentioned in the last episode that that's most likely a protection so that people do not try to do even worse to her than they're already trying to do. We also found out that Mizu has now got 4 very lethal people who are pursuing her, planning on taking her out because she has mentioned the name of Haiji Shinto, who is one of the people that she plans on taking revenge on. So she's not aware of this yet, but yeah, her life's about to get a lot more complicated. We were also introduced to Princess Akemi and her fiance, Taigen, who turned out to be one of the bullies from Mizu's past. And he's been defeated. And I have a feeling that that's going to somehow have Akemi get into Mizu's sphere in some way. So yeah, great premiere, set the stage, love everything that I saw as far as like the atmosphere, the animation. I liked it a lot. I think just to sum up, I really, really liked it. So I'm very much looking forward to getting into this episode now, getting more into Mizu of today and seeing how things are gonna go now that somebody knows her big bad secret. So without further ado, let's get into the episode. But just before I do, a reminder that I do a lot of reactions here on this channel, all kinds of great shows as well as animes and movies. And if you'd like to support me and my goal of hitting 20K this year, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And if you like this, please show some love to this video with some comments and some thumbs up. Okay, that out of the way, guys, let's get into the episode right about now. I wonder if we're gonna get any summer scenes. This winter stuff during winter is just, it's not bringing out my happy place. Here comes the horseman of the apocalypse. Tell me why I didn't notice in the first episode that the X in Netflix is swords.
You're better at cleaning than cooking. When does your son get back?
The one you mistreated? Yeah, get back in the kitchen. Oh God, now what? Oh right, because that's the last place that Mizu went. Okay. No one's ever gonna come to your soba shop again, bro. Nothing but trouble. Ooh, they look badass though.
The 4 fangs!
4 fangs, there we go.
Shut up. We're trying to eat.
Do you know? I'm sorry, if I saw people come in dressed like that, with that face mask on, you think I'm opening my mouth? We're not gonna finish. Just finished cleaning up that blood. Was that guts?
And he took my son! An invalid! That's it!
Took your son? Okay, Darth Vader. Bye. Okay, well, that's more to clean up. Who wants a second serving of soba? Probably never gonna eat noodles again now. You're leaving footprints. You can't outrun this guy.
I'm naturally stealthy.
Cool.
Maybe not naturally. My father beat me if I ever made noise in the noodle shop. But I'm useful. You see? I heard white people's skin burns off in the sun. Oh, and is it true white people drink milk from the animals?
She's not white.
I never, ever tell anyone that you're a girl.
See, exactly. This is why you gotta keep them with you.
If I see you again, I will kill you and never think of you again.
That's just not smart. The one person who knows the most dangerous secret you have at the moment, like, you kind of have to keep him with you, for better or worse. And he's quiet.
Are you trying to bribe me? Arrest him and flog him!
Okay, well, we know that's not gonna work here.
Hey, where's your pass?
Right here. Travel passport 2. Just as 2 boys traveling together like always.
Damn.
Come on, you. My apprentice. He's a bit thin.
Get your licks in.
Next.
I mean, you didn't plan this quest out well. Your sensei told you.
Useful. I told you.
You really aren't very aware.
Noodles is not war.
That's true.
My whole life has been a battle.
Ooh, point. Can't argue that. Again, kindred spirit.
I need a boat.
Ooh, revenge boat.
You can't hate him. Come on. And again, you've warned him as much as you possibly can. At this point, if something happens, it's on him. Oh,
It's not so bad.
still freaking out about your bald
Shake the
spot.
front.
Exactly.
I can convince my father.
And have everyone mock me. I'd rather cut myself open now.
Okay, do that then, please.
You can't kill yourself over a brawl with some monster.
That's
It
exactly what
wasn't even a
Japanese
duel.
people used to do. What are you talking about?
Therefore, you never lost. Had he challenged you, he'd be dead.
You're stroking some the ego of someone who does not deserve it.
But your courage drives him back like a squall against the sea.
Mm-hmm.
Unsheath your magnificent sword.
Wow, wow. Are you married yet? This one is not worth it. But you gonna learn. Damn, girl, you're just giving away the one thing you've got of value in this world. Back in those days, your virginity was pretty much your only currency.
But you're too strong. You thrust your sword into him again, and again, and again. A final cut.
You better hope you don't get knocked up,
Feel
sis.
a hot spray of blood.
Stuck with this man for life. He may not even want you now, since he didn't love you to begin with.
That monster didn't fight honorably. So my honor can still be restored.
And you just gave yours up?
He's looking for Heiji Shindo. Arrogant enough to go straight to him. He'll need a boat. Mihono Seki.
Damn. He knows you well,
What if he
Mizu.
kills you this time?
Didn't you just say, "Ooh, sis. Ooh, sis. You almost had him.
He's on an island in the west. By sea, I can be there before dawn and kill him by sunrise.
Oh, I really love your optimism, sis, but no.
Where is everybody?
Yeah, that's terrifying. Oh, they're just having a party. Never mind.
We're not here for fun. We're here for a boat.
Yes, pay attention. Focus.
Everyone's closed today. We have to purify ourselves and celebrate the kami, or we'll have a bad year.
Yeah.
You don't want a bad year, do you?
Traditions are traditions. Yep, you're not getting a boat today, sis. At least not from these people. And you don't want a drunk sailor. I think she'll slap the sobriety into you.
Stealthy.
You do that a lot.
Annoying, actually.
Your foot.
Yeah, she's like, you're not sneaking up on me no more.
You need to train? I've seen you fight. Right. You can never train too much.
Period. And also, she almost got her butt kicked. How are these footsteps still here when it's been snowing? What sorcery is this?
You're cut.
See, as I said many times, I feel some type of way because I'm never an advocate for not showing mercy, but sometimes you need to take somebody out. And this probably would have been a person they should have taken out. You know, I think Mizu should have taken him out. I mean, it may still happen. Does the grunter ever speak? Ma'am, get out the way. Get out the... Oh my God, get out the way.
You pay money for a job you don't want to think about, so you don't have to think about it. It's the whole point.
That sounds very Scottish.
Our surprise for the Shogun is almost ready. After that, you'll be free to go anywhere you like,
Trying to
anytime you
release the ban, huh? Is that her daddy? Oh, he's talented.
I get that I have time for painting. If I have time to paint, something is wrong.
I'd have liked that in my room.
You should have spoke sooner. Besides, I think he'll have the time to paint it again. Wow, if that's her dad. Yeah. Sad, you know. Some people just end up with really awful parents. Or at least one awful parent. Makes me very grateful for mine. Yo, stop assaulting all these trees, yo. This is why people are finding you. It's a pretty thick tree, in fairness. You're strong, but it's a thick-ass tree. You really need to stop being naked in public places, though. Find places that are a little, like, out of the way.
A sword made by your hand is beyond price.
Yet there is a price.
There is a price. Yeah, I gotta live.
You will kill me. I know this. But with a sword from you, master, I can take his life as he takes mine.
You think the blade's all that it takes?
Perhaps we can help him die with honor. You take up the hammer.
This is the first sword she ever forged. I think it's really cool, this idea that he's able to know when a sword is ready by the sound it makes. And what's crazy is that these people are all so happy and enthralled with her swords. If they ever found out that a woman made it?
Your breath is late.
Oh, so
Like
this
so.
is where she gets her training. The question I had last episode. Wow. It's a child. Well, thankfully you weren't ever thinking of being a model, huh?
Mixed breeds are all weak stock.
Wow. Okay. And no, it's not because you're a girl. It's true, there's some physical traits that you're going to have that won't quite match up to your male counterparts, but that is not why. I can't imagine having, then again, I mean, I'm assuming she ain't got much going on there because there's no way I could bind up what I got going on. I wouldn't be able to breathe.
The Yakida is when metal is reborn,
Okay.
and the soul enters the sword.
Ooh. This reminds me of Bleach. The soul of your Zanpakuto.
Is your mind clear?
Oh, it hasn't been for a long time.
Is your soul at rest?
Ah, better question.
It is.
You ain't got to lie, Craig.
What color?
The summer sun just touched the horizon.
I'm starting to wonder if he was always blind, because would that mean anything to him if he's never seen those colors? So maybe he went blind? So I guess maybe we weren't at peace.
The fault is mine. The element is me.
Damn.
The fault is mine. I believed your story. This is not the hand of a bookbinder.
Mm-hmm.
They call me blood-soaked Chiaki,
Okay.
the assassin who carries Master Eiji's book and blade.
Damn.
There's no stopping them.
Yeah.
They will always find their broken blade.
Deep.
We can only mind our own soul, Misa.
Very true. They say that it takes on the soul of the wielder, right? That man's soul is broken. Very interesting symbolism. Her chest must kill her every day. Can't even take a full breath. But I'm very, very thankful that she's bathing regularly. Back in these times, many cultures did not do such things. Was she hanging upside down like a bat? Was this supposed to happen? Oh, okay, she's meditating. I thought she was sleeping. Okay, she said that tree ticked me off. But for real, you need to stop leaving your signature everywhere. Now make mistakes, make it all ugly. Always trying to master the same cut, huh? Wow, that's how you visualize her? You have issues. What's very interesting about these two characters is they seem to think very similarly. I don't know if that's good or bad at this point.
She's as you promised. Yes, lovely. Bit old, but many good years left.
Old? She's probably like 20?
Cycles in precise rhythm with the moon. And of course, her purity strictly guarded.
Mm-hmm. Is it?
Yes. She will make a suitable new wife to the Shogun's younger son.
Let's hope he's a nice guy. Probably isn't.
The boy's first wife was not an affectionate match. The boy is eager.
Oh God. More combs. Oh, that's pretty. That's actually pretty.
To blacken your teeth like a proper bride. The master prefers black pearls to white.
Did he just hiss?
Father!
Yeah,
Father,
no,
please.
sorry.
Please.
Run away.
You can't marry me. I'll
off like this.
Run.
I can't. Seki, tell him.
Yeah, Seki can't say nothing.
Stupid girl. Too stupid to see. I am giving you an opportunity.
To be abused and have my teeth blackened?
We leave in 5 days.
It's more than enough time to run away. Damn, listen, like I said, so grateful I was born when I was born because this sucks. Being sold into marriage. And beauty standards have been so weird in this world. Can you imagine black teeth being considered attractive? And you better hope you're not knocked up, sis. On top of everything else.
For example, when you seem set on what is clearly a bad decision, like running away.
No, run away.
You think I don't know you, child?
Exactly.
I can fix everything. I just have to find Tigan.
On your own? On the open road?
A woman? Oh.
That kind of man treats women like animals. They say he's a tyrant.
Mm-hmm.
What man is?
That's what you have to. Okay, that's the rebuttal. Wow. And the sad part is Tiger no love her, but sounds like he might be the lesser of the evil. I don't even know, girl. Just run away. I say this when Japan is an island. There's literally nothing nearby for miles.
The priestess throws them in the water. Whoever gets them, their fondest wish comes true.
Does it?
I'm getting my wish this year. A new husband.
Ma'am, how old are you? Get out of my way.
Transcendent. Beyond. I never imagined such flavor was even possible.
Yeah, he's like, sure, okay. Small town boys.
I'll teach you.
You mean stay here?
You got somewhere better to be?
There's the choice. Become the best noodle master in all of Japan, or follow a lady that's trying to get rid of you. Man, I need you to be alert. There's literally a man on your trail.
Tomorrow, he dies.
So is that your promise to yourself?
Maybe I'll just go look at the fun.
Wow. They found you that quick. Okay, well, looks like that looking at the phone saved your life. She really needs to learn to hear people rolling up on her, because that man, that big boy, be rolling up on her how many times? And now these guys.
We know who you are. All Kyoto is talking about the unnamed samurai who cut through Shindo Dojo.
Yeah, you were kind of loud with that. They're just blue eyes, relax.
No one will ever know it.
But you already do, sort of, don't you? 4-on-1, you guys are pussies. Actually, you guys are dicks. Vaginas are incredibly strong. What in the orgy is going on? Grandma, I'm a-coming. Ma'am, you're gonna give yourself a heart attack. This would be a great time to rob everybody. Wow, that was the move you used, sis. They get any closer, they're gonna find out about you. Not the first time you've been back to a ledge. And jump. They're like, huh? Really? She's like, who's coming to play? Which one of y'all are actually, I cannot believe these people are just that whole village of naked people. Dingleberries swinging in the coal. Are we just gonna jump down the mountain? This is fun now. Let's go. I like that she did this though. Now they can't come at her at the same time per se. Why am I seeing these animated penises? I don't need to see this many. How bossed you gotta be to have people be hearing you with their bare hands? Forget crowd surfing. I wanna do that. One down.
Only one of you gets your
If she beats them and catches them damn sticks on the way down, I'm throwing something. I'm throwing this right here. 2. These 4 fangs are not too sharp. The baby teeth? Oh God. It's like sharks. It's like piranha. No, don't go there, sir. They might grab off a piece. You might lose something. Your pieces. Oh my God. Imagine how many body parts are just flying around down there. Damn. Pick it up, sis. You got it. Hey, that's what she's been practicing. She said I was built for this. Come get me. So much inappropriate touching. Okay. Good job, buddy. That was a mistake. She said 2 of you now. Ooh. Was it worth it? There's still one left, isn't there? Yeah, there's one left. And he did not.
Actually deserve my true
I was about to
blade.
say he must respect you because he had the opportunity to take you out. Broken blade.
That sword.
Course. You know who he is.
Still soft.
Okay, well. I mean, I didn't really feel anything for them anyways, but now he definitely deserves to die. She might be soft, but you owe. And I really want you to tell him right before he dies that he got by a girl. Ooh, with the waves in the background, you better stop, Karate Kid. Stop getting distracted. Who was that? Great shot. Didn't even look at you. Didn't even look at you. You didn't even get to see her eyes one last time.
I don't deserve death by an
How about by a woman?
impure hand.
But you got it. And take his, actually I was gonna say take his sword, but it's kind of tainted. Not because of her, but because of him. Oh no, it didn't go up. No signal fire tonight. You're gonna need some stitching again. I don't know if you're gonna make it to your objective at this point. You had a wound over here. Now you got a wound in your side. Oh, you gonna come fight now?
I am owed my honor.
Oh, honor when you're gonna fight a wounded person. Exactly. Yeah. Let's see if you're the little bitch I think you are. Go ahead. It's the only way you're gonna win. Of course. Of course. But I already know he doesn't do it. Why? Because his pride will not let him kill her like that. Because you know what? He respects her. He does. He doesn't realize it yet, but he respects her. Knew it from the second he said, oh, look at this cut. It's so clean. Even when the knob of my head be so smooth. He's already in love. He just don't know it yet. All right, guys, that was episode 2, and that was really, really good. These are really good really good episodes. Like, I am literally blown away by the animation. It is so smooth, so nice. I really love the artistic style that they've used for this. It's just a perfect blend of kind of that soft anime look, but then just enough realism to make it feel like we're looking at a period piece. But anyways, as far as the highlights of this episode, so now Ringo is officially part of the party. I think we already knew that was going to happen. Like I said, as soon as Ringo found out her secret, in my opinion, if she was really thinking, she'd realize she cannot get rid of him because, hello, he knows the most dangerous secret about her. And again, it sucks that if this people found out, they would disregard everything she's already done and just focus on the fact that she's a woman. But the part that scares me even more is that if they find out she's a woman, they would probably not want to kill her. They would want to humble her. And we all know that typically when that happens with misogynistic men, it is very, very, very dangerous and horrific for women. So anyways, he showed that he's extremely tenacious, which of course she appreciates, even though she doesn't admit it yet. And he is oddly stealthy, as he keeps bringing up. Like a man his size, especially carrying all that he's carrying, should not be able to sneak up on her. But I also think that's a bit of a testament to her not really being as aware of her surroundings as she probably could be. I mean, again, she's not a ninja, but still, I love that she bought him a little bell to put around his foot so he can't sneak up on her anymore. That was absolutely hilarious. But anyway, he proved himself to be useful outside of the fact that he knows her secret. We see that because she is a woman and also an orphan, she doesn't have any of these passes. Apparently you need passes to get to these different villages, and I'm assuming they're ones that are probably assigned to you because of trade and possibly your family. But obviously the biggest one is that you have to be a man or you need to be accompanied by a man. Now, because she's on this solo quest, she doesn't have this. And I think because this is something that her sensei didn't really want her to do, he probably could have given her one of these passes, but you know, or maybe he doesn't have one. I doubt he leaves that village often, but digressing. So he's proven himself to be a very useful and somewhat necessary companion for her to continue on this mission. But she really thinks that it's going to be done in the next day, or at least she did at the beginning of this episode, because she knows that Haiji Shinto is aware of the location of her father, or at least I think it's supposed to be her father, right? Because there's been no other mention of, though she said there's 4 white men. So I don't know. I'm assuming that this one that she's going after maybe is her father, because she says I'll be done tonight. So I can't think she's going after all the white men. She just wants the one that impregnated her mom. So anyways, she just wants to get to him because then she thinks he will, lead her to her dad, and then she can end it, and then her revenge is done. And again, I don't think she's really thought past what happens after that. That's what I've been thinking since I heard about her revenge last episode, is what is the end goal after that? Like, what's the point? Is it just because you're going to feel better knowing that you took this man's life because of the life that you ended up having because of him? Like, what happens at that point? Like, even the fact that you can see she's not even thinking about what she's doing, her carving a path through the Shinto and taking out people without really thinking about who she's taking out. She's building a name for herself and a reputation in a country full of people who don't want the nail that sticks up. They want everyone to keep their heads down unless you're associated with a very powerful person. And she's not associated with anyone powerful at this point. Now, of course, she's making a reputation of being powerful, but no Ronins survive in this world. You know what I'm saying? They don't do well. So anyways, we see that they end up in this village, which is where she would need a boat to get to this island that she heard that Heiji is on. But of course, it just happens to fall on the same day that a huge village-wide festival is happening, and ain't nobody working. Everybody drunk, everybody full, everybody overeaten, and apparently everybody get naked. Everybody get naked on this day and go swimming in the ocean together. That is it's special, I suppose. It's not the worst thing ever, I suppose. I thought maybe it might be an orgy or something, but we didn't go there, so thank God. But anyhow, she manages to leave Ringo. She's like, Ringo, why don't you stay, do something with yourself, entertain yourself, maybe find a reason to live other than following me around, and I'm gonna go train because I don't want to hang out with these people. And she goes off to the mountain. Ringo sticks around. Wasn't much on Ringo outside of the fact that he recognized that apparently his noodles were not as good as he thought they were. As it goes, when you're a small fish and you're in a small pond, when you go to a bigger pond, you start to realize that, oh, there are a lot more things here and more people and new techniques and things I don't know. And so we see that he, for the first time since he started following Mizu, has maybe started to consider if maybe he should just stay in this town and learn to be the apprentice of this noodle maker and become the best noodle maker out there. But again, where is he going to take that? But who knows? If the town accepts him, it's an opportunity. So we see him having a little bit of an existential crisis, and then he decides to participate in this ritual that the village has, where apparently if you catch one of these sticks that is carved from one of their sacred trees, you're granted any wish that you want from the gods or whatever deity that they worship for the year. And they're saying it always works. So he's decided he wants to do that because he wants one of his wishes to come true. Now, of course, they've left it a bit of a question mark as to whether or not that wish is to potentially become the best noodle master ever, or to become someone who can actually be worthy of being called a samurai. So we'll have to see. I'm thinking it's going to be the latter, though, because I don't think he would have gone this far. And he seems to have this far following Mizu. And I think he really does admire Mizu quite a bit. But anyway, back to Mizu. She trains because even though she is very talented, she realizes that she did almost lose back at the dojo. And she just doesn't know what kind of opponent she might come up against. Like, it's always a good idea to continue honing your craft. The best of the best never stop practicing, never stop trying to level up. And she's continuing to do this without knowing that Taigen has in fact been tailing her, because he is embarrassed. He doesn't know why he lived, because typically in those types of duels, even though it was an official duel, whoever wins kills, right? That's typically what happens. Whoever wins takes the life of the loser and they die with honor, so to speak. But because it was an official duel, and B, basically his being left alive is being viewed as the fact that he wasn't worthy of being killed, Taigen feels like his honor has been stripped, which in fact it sort of has. And so he doesn't have the respect of his dojo anymore. Plus the reputation he had of 24-0 losses, that's now gone. And like I said last episode, all the wins in the world don't matter if you lose the most important battle of all. So he's there, he's dejected, he's not feeling great. And he goes to see Akemi. Akemi, of course, because she loves him, she's trying to make him feel better. She's telling him, oh, it's because, all these reasons, excuse. It wasn't a real duel. You can challenge him to a proper duel and you'll win this time and you'll get your honor back. And yeah, there was just a very interesting little sex scene that happened in there. But again, I don't think any scenes like this are throwaway. As much as this drama is liking to show us how they like to animate the naked body, I don't think that was the only reason we had that scene. As I said in the episode, back in those days, a woman's, even saying this makes my stomach hurt, a woman's virtue, aka her virginity, was considered her biggest asset, especially if you were the child of a noble person. Because as I said, back then, a woman's worth was equated to the children that she could provide for her family, and also, of course, being a virtuous bride to give to a family that would potentially create a partnership or an alliance. And that's what her father is thinking. We learned last episode that her father did not grow up nobility, fought his way quite literally there, came up from nothing, built a name, built wealth for himself, but he knows that that's not going to last very long with his efforts alone. So his daughter, in his mind, is a way for him to create an alliance potentially to make him stronger, make his bloodline stronger, etc. And he did bend and allow her to marry Taigen, or to be engaged to Taigen, to marry him, when he was at least building up this reputation through the Shinto dojo. And again, this is because he thought, okay, if she's marrying the best of the Shinto, I'll be associated with a very powerful clan. That could work. But after his devastating loss, he lost that reputation, and now he's just right back to being any old soldier. So of course that doesn't make sense for him to marry his daughter off to someone like that anymore. And we find out this episode that he instead arranged to marry her off to one of the shogun's sons. And the shogun, of course, is like the highest person in Japan, or supposed to be one of the highest people in Japan at this time. So effectively it would make her an official princess. But he has a reputation already of being abusive to his wives. He already had one. And the way that we see his advisors talking about how the last one wasn't affectionate, we all know that was code for the fact that he was a deviant with her. And she got to the point where either she couldn't take it anymore, or most likely physically she gave out. There was just no more that she could do, and that's why they're replacing her. So either way, it's a very, very precarious situation for Akemi, outside of the fact that it would be horrible to be abused by any man. We see that the other female servants behind, they are clearly looking a bit cuckoo. I think that that would be a very torturous and abusive environment for her. And because Akemi is also someone we saw is quite strong-minded, quite forward-thinking already, I don't think she's going to be conducive to that environment at all. So she's terrified now because this arrangement's been made. The man that she actually loves now is out of the picture. But more than that, as I said, as an audience, I think that scene with her and Taigen was not throwaway. Like, if she gets to the king, to the shogun's son, marries him, and he finds out she's not pure, that's instant death. If her dad finds out, there's a very good chance that he would take her life as well, because he consider her, someone shaming his family. So it's a scary situation. And she realizes how dire it is at this point, because at least if she marries Taigen knows, but ideally he wouldn't care. But if he's no longer in the picture, that causes a lot of problems for her. So we see that she is, in fact, going to try to find him, because she knows that he's on this mission to go and find Mizu. So she's hoping if she finds him, she can get him to come back and, of course, gain his honor back by taking out Mizu, and then come back as a restored person, and maybe convince her father before she's supposed to leave in 5 days that she should marry Taigen. Or what I'm thinking more likely she's thinking is she runs off and marries Taigen anyway. But anyhow, we'll see what happens with that little trek. We see that her little advisor is going to be going with her on that little adventure. And this is what I'm saying. I said last episode, I think her and Mizu are going to cross paths. And it's going to be interesting because, as I said before, they are more in common than not, actually, despite their very different backgrounds. So that was pretty much the episode. Outside of course, that amazing battle with Mizu versus the Four Fangs. She ended up coming full circle and actually meeting someone that she made a sword for years before. An assassin, a man that is blood-soaked, as her former sensei called it. And we got some really interesting insights around the kind of person that wields a sword like that and uses their skill and their sword for that type of dastardly deeds, and basically saying that his sword broke the way that it did because of the soul that was imbued into it. And so I think that that was a really good lesson there for our girl Mizu, because she is on a very bloody path right now and she feels righteous in it. But as we've already seen, she's had to spill blood that she didn't plan on spilling already, trying to get to her goal. So how far does she go? How far does it go? Where's the line between this is just for revenge versus I'm just doing it because I can, right? I think that that line is starting to get a little closer and possibly going to be getting more blurred as this goes on. And I don't think that seeing, was his name Chizai? Blood-soaked Chizai? I think that was his name. I'm sorry if I got that wrong. But yeah, I think her seeing him again is a warning shot for her as far as how far is she really willing to go down this path, and how quickly and easily she could end up being that man that she ended up taking out. And then we see at the end of the episode that Taigen, like the coward that he is, waits until she's done and bloodied and battered fighting the Four Fangs before he shows up and decides to make his challenge. And unfortunately, at this point, Mizu is very hurt. She's battered. She's been through a lot. She wants to fight, but she doesn't have it in her physically. And we see that Taigen does have the ability now to take a victory. And considering where they are, he could say any story that he wants. There's literally no one to dispute the truth. But as I said, I just don't think that he's going to have it in him to take his victory this way. I do think he takes honor quite seriously, despite the fact that he's had a shady past, shall we say. He clearly respects Mizu. He sees her swordsmanship. He sees her skill. He actually watched her and tried to imitate what she was doing. You don't do that to someone you don't respect and look up to. And so this is why I don't think Taigen's going to have it in him to take this completely honorless victory. If he wins against her, he's going to want to win fair and square, with her at her best and him at his best. And as I said in the last episode, they're definitely showing some parallels around the way that they think, how they visualize their battles, even the way they kind of interact. So yeah, I don't know. This could be a situation where enemies become friends. But yeah, again, another great episode. Enjoyed it a lot. I hope you guys enjoyed watching with me. If you did, please show some love to this video, and I will see you in the next one.